What's up, everybody? Mike here from The Watchmen with another Game Time gameplay video for you. Well, since it's the 40th anniversary of Pac-Man, I've been seeing tons of posts online, people sharing pictures of their Pac-Man arcade machines, memories of Pac-Man. I felt it was appropriate to do a little Pac-Man gameplay video. Now, I talked in a previous show about how I got really good at Pac-Man. I memorized all the patterns because they came in my Pac-Man Fever record album. And I used to go down to the arcades and really practice until I could get all the way to the 9th key, just like the song. Sadly, I've forgotten those patterns and I don't remember them anymore. I remember bits and parts of them, but I'm going to go ahead and play some Pac-Man just to honor Pac-Man and his 40th anniversary. Again, Pac-Man was one of my favorite arcades of games of all time. I have so many great memories of playing it. Took a lot of my quarters. I even for a few days stopped using my lunch money that my mom would give me, and I'd save it to play Pac-Man after school. That didn't last very long because I just felt too guilty. But I thought about Pac-Man when I wasn't playing Pac-Man. I would talk about Pac-Man to anyone who would listen. Friends of my parents would come over and I'd meet them, and the first thing I'd say is, "Do you ever play Pac-Man? Oh, it's really cool. You got it on." I'd tell them all about it. So just tons of memories of Pac-Man. So I am going to play some Pac-Man today for you. And I now have my X-Arcade tank stick. You can kind of see the joystick just creeping out over the bottom. I have had this controller. It's called the tank stick. It's a 2-player huge controller. You can't quite see it, but you can look it up online. I've had it for over 15 years, and I dug it out because as I make these gameplay videos and play these old games, you really need a joystick and real buttons. You just do. You can use controllers, you can use the keyboard and mouse. It's not the same, and it's not as good. And so if you're going to play these games to the best that you can, you really have to use a joystick. And so I have a joystick, and I'm hoping to have a pretty good game. Now, the one thing I did change about this game is I changed the dip switch settings from 3 Pac-Man for a game to 5 Pac-Man. I figured I could do that. That was an option for operators back at the time. They could set most games to be 3 guys or 5 guys. Pretty much they always went with 3 because they wanted to make more money off the games, and if you had 3 guys, your game wouldn't last as long. As I got older, I started to notice some games were set to 5. I think that as the games made less money, operators were more willing to let people have a little bit of a longer gameplay time, and maybe to encourage them to still put a quarter in. So I've set this to 5 guys. Let's see how far I can get, and let's do it. All right, so I'm going to put my quarter in, and I'm going to play. All right, and you can play right-handed or left-hand. I'm going to go with my right hand, but the best I remember of the pattern, this is something I do remember. So you go around here, and you work your way up to Speedy. He's the red one, and he's by far the guy you got to keep your eyes on. Speedy's job is to just make a beeline towards you no matter where you are. Now, if I'd have really remembered my gameplay, I would have gotten that fruit. And part of my process of playing Pac-Man, there's no time limit. So I'm trying to get as many dots as I can get before I just simply have to eat an Energizer. And since I'm on level 1, the ghosts are being pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to go for it. And at this point, since I'm interested in points, I am definitely going for ghosts. And I got the 1600 on that one. All right. So continuing on, oh, the pink guy, he's the next one who you got to watch out for, and I got lucky there. And I'm going to definitely eat Speedy, because Speedy is the one, like I said, I have to look out for. So I'm doing pretty good. Now, I have a tough situation here. I'm going to go for Speedy. This is a place down here where you can really get caught. And I might get caught. We'll see. Where's he gonna... Okay, I might get out. Oh, I got out. So again, as I get into the future levels, it's gonna be harder. Now, I gotta be careful about that. If I eat that last dot, my level would be over, and I'd have no chance of any points. And at this point, Speedy is coming for me. As the song says, I got Speedy on my tail. And he is on my tail the whole time of this game. All right, continuing on. Now I'm going to see if I can remember this pattern to get the fruit. So it goes over here, and things have changed a little bit. Okay, I should be able to get the fruit. I think. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. That is called Close Encounters, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And like I said, I'm already at the strawberry level, and the ghosts clearly are improving their skills going after me. Alright, I got 3. I would love to get that 4th, but can I get it? Oh, I gambled and won. He was about ready to change back, so I was pretty lucky on that. Alright. And, you know, the fruits are not worth a ton of points in the early stages, but, you know, you should get into the pattern of just trying to go for them, because eventually they are going to be worth a lot of money, a lot of points, and you really do want to get those fruits. Alright, I'm my last guy here, and I'm not going to be able to get them all. I'll get that guy. Okay, and it was always fun to pause. Okay, so here's the intermission, and this is what Norb says right about... Dead right there! That's what Norb has always said, is that guy, Pac-Man should be dead, but he's not. So then the big Pac-Man comes across. Nice little intermission, chance to kind of relax your wrists. Oops, I messed up my pattern, so now I'm on my own. And we'll see what I can do. Get Speedy to follow me through the trench. And again, I am doing everything I can to just get dots before I have to finally accept that I'm gonna have an Energizer. And I lost the Peach. That would have been 500 points. That would have been nice. But, oh well. Okay, so... And I think that was Speedy. Yep, that was Speedy. Alright, so we're moving down, and again, this is I call this the death strip, because you can really get caught. And I think I'm going to get to that, okay. And I would have liked to have gotten a couple of those guys, but oh well. Alright, so I can clear this level. That's Speedy, so I'm safe now. Okay. So look at that, I have made it to level 4 and have not died, and there's a whole story about that. When I was working at a freelance cameraman and grip assistant, let's see if I can tell a story and play, I got a call at Microsoft. They were busy developing Microsoft Arcade, and they had all these games in a room at Microsoft, and they were literally recreating the programming. I still don't quite understand why they couldn't just emulate them, but I'm guessing it was... Oh, I'm guessing it was something to do with copyright or licensing. So they had these paper all over the walls of all the patterns of the ghosts that they were studying. It was amazing just to walk in this room and see all that. And one of the head programmers was there, so I was assisting a cameraman who was there to film the game, because back then they couldn't even record gameplay. It was Speedy will get you eventually. He's faster than you. Eventually, they could record screen gameplay, but back then they couldn't, so they had a camera on the screen, and my job was just to play the game. How great. I got paid to play Pac-Man. I remember thinking, this is just a dream job. And I said to the program, I said, man, this is great. I'm thrilled to play Pac-Man. He says, well, what we really need to do is have someone get to the apple level without dying. And then all of a sudden it was game on, and I was sweating. And I did it. I remember I did it. I made it to the apple without dying, and it was no longer fun. It was, I had to play serious, and I felt like I earned my money that day. I did make it. Alright, things are definitely getting tough. Look how quickly the ghosts are changing. And they, you know, definitely, like I said, Speedy, he can go faster than me. Okay, that apple's 700 points. That's totally worth getting that. So I'm in trouble now. I'm down to my last Energizer. And the ghost changed super duper fast. And at this point, I am in trouble because I have no Energizers and lots of dots scattered all over. And this is Death Zone. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, too tough. I was gonna try to save the Death Zone for finishing the level. Now I can get the Death Zone covered out, so I'm good there. So I'm gonna head up top, and I should be able to get that. Okay, got it. Okay, so now intermission number 2. See that little spike there? And this Speedy loses his outfit. You can see his leg At least that's what I always thought it was. Some kind of leg. I just remember that was shocking the first time you saw it. It's like, oh my gosh, a new thing happened! Oh my gosh! So cool. So, alright. Alright, I could not get that apple. I'm gonna try. Oh, I got it. 700 points. Totally worth it. And, oh, and can I get the 16? I think, yeah, at this point, oh, look at that. There's nothing better than when you can get them all lined up like that. So, at this point, I'm getting more time. Do you see the game kind of gave me a break? They're definitely blue a lot longer than they were, and oh boy. Yeah, not good. Not good when you've got dots everywhere, and no more energizers, but at least I can get speedy. Okay. Can I get to that energizer? I think I can. And at this point, I am just going for dots, because if I gamble and try to get the ghosts, I might get one. But okay, the next stage is, I believe, the lime. And the lime is worth 1,000 points. So definitely in your best interest to get the fruits now, because they are worth big points. Like I said, $1 grand for one fruit, and I get 2 fruits per level. Oh man, slightly went the wrong way there. A little bit of a joystick error. It's okay though. It's okay. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, come on. Let's go the way I want to go. All right, I cleared the death zone, so I got that done. And can't I? Yeah, look at how quick. Look at how quick they're back to changes. I got one little break. And that's that. I'll get that guy. Can I get the lime? I can. And now it's about the race to the finish. Okay, I gotta get Speedy because he is on my tail. And I know it's either him or me. That's from the song, in case you didn't know. Alright, so lime number 2. And at this point, I'm expecting when I hit those energizers, it to change super fast. Super fast. So this is where it comes down to a lot of quick thinking, because the energizers really don't do much for you. They just give you a tiny bit of break. Alright. Okay, not good. Not good. Can I get the lime? At least I got the 1,000 points. Cleared the dots, going back around. Speedy is trying to decide how to get at me. Okay, got that. Okay, that's about all I'm gonna get there, and this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be very close, and I got it. Okay, so what's our next level here? Oh yes, I always call this the Galaxian fighter, because it's the ship from Galaxian. And it's so funny to see it in there. It's the one thing that's not a fruit, but it's worth a lot of points. And I would love to get that. I got it, 2,000 points. Like I said, those things are worth... Oh, man. So yeah, you can see how quick they're changing now. They are really changing fast. The energizers are not buying me much time at all. So, alright. Coming down to the end here. Can I get to another... I gambled and lost. I gambled and lost. Alright, well, game over. 49,300 points. Not too bad. Not too bad. You got to see most of the game there. It does get to a point where when you hit an energizer, the monsters go bleep, and then they're just back. It's like they're just worthless. That's where, if you don't have a pattern, it's really hard. But a fun game. I love Pac-Man. It's amazing to think Pac-Man is 40 years old. Just blows my mind. When I played Pac-Man, it was at the Sela 7-Eleven. And I can just, if I close my eyes, I can go right back to that moment and play Pac-Man. And who'd have thought now I could play Pac-Man like this? Play it as a recorded video, share it online with all of you. How cool is that? So for 40 years of Pac-Man, and I've got my Pac-Man shirt. It's conflicting a little bit with the green screen, so there's a little bit of noise there. But Pac-Man, thank you for giving me 40 years of fun. Who'd have thought that a Japanese game designer, by just staring at a pizza with the slice removed, would have come up with something that would become so iconic and become such a big part of people's lives. So with that, I hope you enjoyed watching me play some Pac-Man. I've got tons more gameplay videos to make for you. And I am Mike with the Watchmen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching The Watchmen.
Please click on here to watch other episodes, and be sure to hit that like button too.
And please subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you'll always be alerted to any future episodes.
It really helps us out, and we appreciate it.
We'll see you next time. And remember, we'll be watching.